everybody, it's Jen from Scrapping Posh, and I have another Orta Inspired Mini Album, and I altered a box also. This was originally a cigar box. It's my boyfriend's dad's cigar box. I tried to keep some of it original, so I didn't decorate the front. The front was already like that, and the inside top panel, I didn't alter that, and also the bottom is the same. So I altered this cigar box by using papers from the Ideology collection and then some from the postage stamp or poetic postage. So all the way around I put paper, then I added the Tim Holtz corners and a Tim Holtz knob, and then a sticker from my stash that I don't have in front of me. And then I put a mini album inside, and this mini album, as I was putting it together, I decorated it. I put the pictures in, so it was much easier to do that while I put the pictures in while I was doing it. So there is some charms I put that are significant. Let's see if you can see. There is a set of keys and a motorcycle, and those are from the Fairy Charm collection from Hobby Lobby. And then I think this is a Maya Road fish charm I got at Joann Fabrics, and then it was old Indian head coin that I got from a bunch of stuff that I bought from a lady. I didn't want to make it too girly, so I have the Tim Holtz plate with a Remember stamp behind it, some orchid, wild orchid flowers, the small roses, and I think these are the 10mm roses, and I think these are the 12mm roses, and then another small one down here. I just cut one of the clock and some of the gears out of the paper, and then I added the real gears, the Tim Holtz gears. I put brads in them so they still move, and then one of the clocks with the hands that move, and I think that's the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby, the clock and the little arm. And I had needed a long brad, and I had some brads from the I think it's the Brad Company is the name of it, and it looks like a little screw. I got that at Joann's. And then a Doris, very small, I don't know what you call it, the music thing. And then some corners on all four corners. I got the Tim Holtz corners. And I fussy cut out some of the papers. It says Dad, and they look like license plate letters. So I'm going to open it up. Oh, Tim Holtz for the charm too, to hold the charm on the clasp. So on the inside, I have one of the papers I cut out. They were license plate. One says Indiana, one says Ohio, because he was from Indiana. Moved to Ohio. And there it says, like father, like son, and the like is stamped, so I don't think you can see that, but it's stamped really lightly in distress ink. And what I tried to do through the album was find similar pictures of both of them and put them in here, because his dad passed away of cancer about 2 years ago, and he didn't have anything anything like this, so I made it for him. And this is just a Harley. I didn't know all the stories, so I left some blank spots to journal on, so he can tell me and I can write it down, or he can write it in there. And these are EK Success Harley Davidson stickers and some papers that a friend gave me. And there's one of my boyfriend, and then the same stickers. I'm just going to flip through this, and it was neat because I had pictures of lobsters, and I didn't know the story behind all these pictures because my boyfriend had it just on a all digital labeled Dad. So I just took and I sent it to Walmart, and I printed out 3 by 2s or 3.5 by 2.5s of all the pictures that were on that drive, and I started putting them down. And then as I did that, they were all marked Dad. There was none of him, but as I did that, I was putting together, I realized that I really wanted more pictures of my boyfriend in here to compare to what we were, you know, what they were doing. So this one says New Year's Eve 2008. So I went through my 4x6s and found 4x6s of my boyfriend that I could put in there so that it, you know, looked like him. And like I said, these events, I had no idea what these events were. So I put pictures on tags and left the backs, some of the backs blank for the storyline. So eventually he'll probably tell me. But what I was getting to, this matches the sticker on the front of the box. This set here, Live, Laugh, Love. What I was getting to was, it was so much easier to plan everything to be the same size picture. So I've done mini albums in the past, and I actually, the Mariposa mini album that I did had all different sizes of pictures in it, and I had to go through all my pictures. I kind of knew it was themed. It was my daughter, and I knew what I wanted in there, but all the pictures were different sizes, and I had to print and try and fit the pictures in different, you know, on different tags and in file folders and everything. It was just so much easier to plan for everything to be 3 by 2 or 3.5 by 2.5. The other thing about this album is that it's kind of segregated into themes, which I think if you weren't doing it that way, that it would be, your album would all match, because you could use the same paper collection, because this one, I used a different one. Like this paper collection here is from, it's called I'd Rather Be Hunting from DCWV, and it's like a whole hunting section because they're hunters. And I used Tim Holtz file tabs on the sides. This one says photos. For each section has several photos and a themed paper background. So, and then I got these cutouts from, I think, an Authentique 6x6 pad, which I really like them. And then we can write stories in there so that he can pass it on to his kids or whomever he wants to pass it on to not only remember him and the stories that he told about his dad, but remember his dad also, so I think that's kind of neat. So I'm flipping through here. Again, almost everything is from the Ideology collection and the Poetic Postage collection. And then this little pocket here I made for my silhouette, and he had found some licenses, some hunting licenses and some permission slips, so I made a little folder and stuck those in there and put the found tag on it. And then there's a folder in this pocket, and this is styled replicating Kathy Orta's December Daily album, December Daily 2 album. So if you want to find out how to make it, most of it is the December Daily. This paper here was another hunting paper, and it's from Colorbach, and it was called Great Outdoors. So I have a lot of hunting paper, different collections, because he does hunt. And it's a big part of his life. So if I wanted to scrapbook about him and what he does, then I gotta get hunting paper. Well, I didn't have to, but I did. Again, this is the I'd Rather Be Hunting by DCWV paper pack. Nice picture of his dad and him and two of his boys. And this one here, this says story because every year, twice a year, they go to camp and sit around and tell stories. So he still goes. He still goes and hangs out with his dad's old friends. And then this is one of the flip style pages. I have another clock. It says life is good. His dad's playing a guitar. And there was a picture before of my boyfriend playing a guitar. And this is actually on his dad's wedding day. So some goofy pictures there. My boyfriend's in this one on the small. Here's one labeled cars. So it's kind of a, there's a car and a boat, and it's got gears on it. And I cut out the license plate letters that say cars. And then this file full, or this card here says everyday, because, you know, they're just general everyday pictures. And I did use the sayings that came with the pull tabs from Tim Holtz. So those are everyday pictures, and this is one of the short pockets for the Kathy Orta album. And then every year, or this is still the everyday, because this is, and then I left a blank one because I figured that we could keep adding to it, even though his dad's not here. He's still here, and you know, there's a lot of pictures of him. Then there's a fishing page, gone fishing. This is from the Brad store, or Brad outlet also, like the deer heads before. And it's just fishing. I got some fishing stickers, and one of my boyfriend's dad and one of him on a boat, different days I believe. And then some blank tags on one side. And then every year for 22 years now, they have a hog roast on Labor Day weekend. So this section is Labor Day weekend. And there's a picture of his grandma, who's also passed away. She passed away not too long after his dad did. And this is a picture of everybody together. It's a really nice black and white picture. And this is a sign that they had out. It says Boomer's Hog Roast, which was his dad's nickname. And every year they change the number, so I planned on writing about that on this block here. And then there's another pocket here. We can add stuff. And there's another card with the tab. It says family, because it's kind of like a family reunion, even though there's lots of friends there. And this is one that they did when his dad was alive, and then this is one that we had at our house without his dad, because we wanted to carry on the tradition. And some more hog roast pictures. This is the double pocket page. It's the second one we had. Again, we have a photo mat with 2 photos on it. And then I use photos on each one of the pockets. So there's so many photos. I need to count how many there are, and I'll put it in the description. Some more photos. And I only did one of there's 3 different kinds of pages, and one of them I only did one of because I didn't care for the first one where the card came out and had the flaps on it. And there's his dad getting food, and there's Tom, my boyfriend, cooking food. And then this tab, I ran out of file tabs, Tim Holtz file tabs, so I just used the Stampin' Up! Punch tab punch. It's a good picture of him and his dad and his uncle, and then there, it's a picture of me and him, so that's us. But, put that back. And then this one, this was actually after the funeral, and everybody got together, and I had made this sign on foam core board, and also made a saying to put in the middle, and it was kind of his obituary, but had more information on it, because his actual obituary is here. And we had several copies of this, but they were just kind of laying around, because what do you do with them? So I just put it in here. It's kind of in the back, so he can have it, but it's not, you know, it's not something that you display. And then the back is, it's a cardboard back, or chipboard back, chipboard cover, 5x7 envelopes, and yep, Tim Holtz ideology, some 7 Gypsies paper, the matte paper, and yeah, if you wanted to see how to make it, it's the Kathy Orta December Daily 2 album, and there's lots of great information on that. So I thank you all for watching. I hope I'm not too boring. and hopefully I'll be able to upload some more videos soon. Thanks a lot.